Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. Today we're gonna work on EDNA ring. Now we already did the EDNA charm, and then I showed you how to do the tie/scarf necklace, and I showed you to do the earrings, and then we did the bracelet. So I have only this ring left to show you, and then the short necklace. I think I still didn't show that. So today I thought I'm gonna show you how to do this ring. I think you can also make it stackable because I just really love it. I think you can just make a couple of this, and if you have longer fingers than I do, you'd be lucky enough to stack them, and I think they'll just look gorgeous. So we're gonna work on this one today. Now this one I made to match my first collection where I did with the teal green and some mint luster fire polish. So today I wanted to try to do it in brown. I have this pastel dark brown fire polish which I'm in love with, but I still didn't make anything with it that I really like, so I want to see to make this ring. And then I'm gonna be using some frosted iris brown Tohos as well to go with it, and then we'll be using our signature gold 50-nose for that goes with all our collection every time. So I think you'll need only 5, but I'm gonna explain sizing here at the top a bit. And then you'll need your thread. I'm gonna be using Nymo size D, then beading needle size 10, a pick to start off my CRAW, the top is CRAW, and scissors to cut the thread. So I'm gonna go ahead, thread my needle with 1.5 yards. That's how I spent on this one. But if you think you have a bigger fingers or not comfortable to end up with a short tail, take 2 yards to be on the safe side. So I'm gonna thread my needle. I'm gonna meet you back here and then we'll get to work. So I have all my materials ready. I have my 11-nose, and I'm gonna be using 5 fire polish. Now you might need more or less. I'm gonna explain you in a bit the sizing. So first we're gonna go ahead and start with the CRAW. I'm gonna pick up 4 11-nose, 1 2 3 4. I'm gonna drop it down. I'm gonna leave a short tail that I can just sew in, like literally just a short tail that's enough to thread my needle and take it through a couple beads. And then I'm gonna make 2 overhand knots just to hold those beads in place. Then I'm gonna go ahead and set it on my peak. I'm gonna zoom in. So I have 4 beads in a circle. This is going to be the base of our CRAW, and from here we just build on top of it. So I'm gonna take my needle through the first bead. I'm gonna pick up 3 11-nose, 1 2 3, go through the same bead my thread's coming out of. I'm gonna go through the second bead of the floor, pick up 2 beads, go down the side of the first wall and straight through the floor bead. And now I'm gonna go through the third bead of the floor, pick up 2 11-nose, go down the side of the last wall and straight through the floor bead. I'm gonna go through the last bead of the floor, and I'm gonna go up the wall of the first wall. Then here I'm gonna pick up my first fire polish. Then I'm gonna go down the side of the last wall and straight through the floor and pull the thread. Then I'm gonna go up the side. Then I'm gonna connect the ceiling by going through all the top 4 beads, and one of them is the fire polish. Fire polish doesn't change anything. We are still doing the simple CRAW. It's just one of the beads of the CRAW is the fire polish. It's gonna change the looks, but it doesn't change the procedure at all. So now I have my first unit. I'm just gonna check the video if it's too dark, and we'll see if I can continue with these beads. It seems fine to me, so I'm just gonna continue with these beads, but you do let me know. If you think you're struggling to understand what's going on because of the color of the beads, I'll just redo the whole thing. So we're done with the first CRAW, first unit, and then I'm just gonna build on top of it. I'm gonna pick up 3 11-0s, go through the same bead my thread's coming out of, go through the second bead of the floor, pick up 2 11-0s, go down the side of the wall and straight through the floor bead. Go through the third bead of the floor, pick up 2 11-0s. Now I'm gonna go down the side of the last wall and straight through the floor bead. Go through the fire polish, because fire polish is the last bead of the floor. Then go up the side of the first wall. Pick up a fire polish, go down the side of the last wall and straight through the floor bead. Then go up. And then I'm just gonna connect the ceiling, the 3 seed beads and the fire polish. I'm gonna pick up 3 11-0s, go down the side of the, just go through the same bead your thread's coming out of, the way building the first wall. Go through the second bead of the floor, pick up 2 11-0s, go down the side of the last wall and straight through the floor bead. Go through the last bead, through the third bead of the floor, pick up 2 11-0s, go down the side of the last wall and straight through the floor bead. Go through the last bead of the floor, which is fire polish, go up the side of the first wall, pick up a fire polish, go down the side of the last wall and straight through the floor bead, which is the fire polish. Then go up and connect the ceiling. Now here, I want to show you what's going on. See? You just put it on your finger. Now this is halfway through on my finger. So I'm gonna add 2 more, and that's gonna finish the length of my, the top length of my ring. Now you might have slimmer fingers than I do, you might have thicker fingers than I do. So depending on that, you wanna add less fire polish or more fire polish, entirely up to you. You just don't want to end up having too many fire polish that will go and end up going around your finger, and then you won't be able to close your fingers next to it. Or you don't want to end up with a too short top that will just won't look that nice on your finger. But it's entirely up to you. This is my design, that's what I'm explaining. You can do it the way you want it. You can make it just a 3 and keep it in the middle. So it's entirely up to you. I'm just explaining the way my ring looks and how to get that look. See, it's all around the top of my finger. See? So that's what I'm planning to do for my big finger as well. So I think it's as well fire polish. So I'm gonna let you add the rest well, I'm just gonna do it with you. I'm gonna pick up 3 11-0s, go through the same bead my thread's coming out of, go through the second bead of the floor, pick up 2 11-0s, go down the side of the last wall and straight through the floor bead. Go through the last bead of the floor, well, third bead of the floor, pick up 2 11-0s, go down the side of the last wall and straight through the floor bead. Go through the fire polish, which is the last bead of the floor, go up the side of the first wall, pick up a fire polish, go down the side of the last wall and straight through the floor bead. Go up and connect the ceiling. Now here, if I put it on my finger, see, almost. So I just have enough, one more I think, and then we're gonna finish it off there. I'm gonna pick up 3 11-0s, go through the same bead my thread's coming out of, go through the second bead of the floor, pick up 2 11-0s, go down the side of the first wall and straight through the floor bead. Go through the third bead of the floor, pick up 2 11-0s, go down the side of the last wall and straight through the floor bead. Then go through the last bead of the floor, which is our fire polish, go up the side of the first wall, pick up my last fifth fire polish, go down the side of the last wall and straight through the floor. Then I'm gonna go up and connect the ceiling. So I added all my fire polish, and if I put it on my finger, you can see how perfect it is. Now, one thing here, see how it starts just with 11-0s and it finishes with a fire polish. So we have to make sure both sides look the same. So we're gonna build another CRAW on top of this without adding the fire polish. I'm gonna pick up 3 11-0s, go through the same bead my thread's coming out of, go through the second bead of the floor, pick up 2 11-0s, go down the side of the last wall and straight through the floor bead. Go through the third bead of the floor, pick up 2 11-0s, go down the side of the last wall and straight through the floor bead. Then I'm gonna go through the last bead of the floor, which is the fire polish, go up the side of the first wall, pick up 1 11-0, go down the side of the last wall and straight through the fire polish. Then I'm gonna go up and I'm gonna connect the ceiling. And I have identical sides. And if I just put it on my finger, it's perfect. Well, because it will bend, right? So you can see there. And now we build the band. I'm gonna take my needle through the bottom 11-0 of the CRAW. And from here we start building the raw units. I'm gonna pick up 3 11-0s, go through the same bead my thread's coming out of the other side, and pull the thread. That's the first right angle weave unit. Take my needle to the top bead, And in the process, I'm going to be holding down the beads with my thumb to be able to hold the tension in there. Pick up 3 11/0s. Go through the same bead my thread's coming out of. Hold the beads down and pull the thread. Then I'm going to turn it over. Go up the side, hold down, pull the thread, and go through the top bead. Hold it down, pull the thread. Pick up 3 11/0s. Go through the same bead my thread's coming out of through the other side. Turn it over. Go up the side. And through the top bead. Hold it down and pull the thread. Pick up 3 11/0s. Go through the same bead my thread's coming out of. Hold it down, pull the thread. Turn it over. Go up the side. And go through the top bead. And continue all the way until you have your required length to go around your finger. So just put it on the finger you're planning to make the ring for, and just make sure that strip of raw comes all the way around and not just touches this top part, but it also overlaps, because even though, look how tight it looks right now, but I'm gonna embellish it with 15/0s in between, and that's gonna shrink it. So I want to make sure the band is much longer than my finger. Then when I embellish it, it's gonna shrink. Now there is no perfect formula to get the right size. You might have to try it a couple times. I usually tend to get the right size from first time. I just, you know, make sure I have extra 2-3 right angle weave units on top, and that kind of gives me the length required. So I'm gonna go ahead or go all the way around my finger, and I'm gonna meet you here before we connect it. So I think I have my required length. All I did, I'm just gonna put it around my finger, and when I bring that strip up, look how much bigger it is. See? It's 2 units longer than it's supposed to be, I think, even 3. So what I'm gonna do here now, I'm gonna connect this side to the other side. So I'm just gonna bring it straight up, hold it right next to there, and I'm gonna connect this part here to the bottom part of the CRAW on the other side. I'm gonna pick up 1 11/0. See my threads on that side? I'm gonna bring to this side. Pick up 1 11/0 and go through this again, back through the first 11/0, and that creates a new unit and connects it to this part, so creating a band. Now I'm just gonna take my needle away a bit from that loose place. So here, I'm gonna take my needle through the side bead there, and I'm gonna start adding the 15/0s. I'm gonna pick up 1 15/0, go through the next 11/0, pick up 1 15/0, go through the next 11/0. This is the bottom side of the CRAW part. Pick up 1 15/0, go through the next 11/0. Pick up 1 15/0, go through the next 11/0. Pick up 1 15/0, go through the next 11/0. Pick up 1 15/0, go through the next 11/0. Pick up 1 15/0, go through the next 11/0. Pick up 1 15/0, go through the next 11/0. So keep on adding 15/0s all the way until you make the whole circle and come back here, and I'm gonna meet you here. So I almost finished the whole circle. See how tight it gets? Now I'm about to add my last 15/0 in this part, last 15-0, and straight away I'm gonna go through some beads here and come out of the 11-0. And you wanna pull your thread nice and tight here. Now I want to make my way to the other side. That's why I'm coming out of the 11-0. See here, coming out of the 11-0. I'm gonna go through the neighbor 11-0. Pull my thread and make my way. I just want to pull my thread nice and tight and go through the 11 on this side. And just start adding 15-0s again. 1 15-0, go through the next 11-0. 1 15-0, go through the next 11-0. 1 15-0, go through the next. 1 15-0, go through the next, and all the way around. And when you come back here, I'm gonna meet you here. So I made my way almost around. I'm gonna pick up my last 15-0, and then when I add it, I want to come out here. I'm gonna go through 15-0s on my way, all the 11-0s, and come back of this 11-0 right at the end of the crawl and pull my thread. Here you want to make sure you pull it nice and tight. Then I'm gonna pick up 1 15-0 and then go through this 11-0 going upwards. Okay. Now here I'm gonna go through the top bead. Now here, between the 11-0s that are next to the fire polish, you want to pick up 2 15-0s. Go through the next 11-0 because the gap is much bigger. That's why. Pick up 2 11-0s. Go through the next 11-0. Well, pick up 2 15-0s. Go through the next 11-0. Pick up 2 15-0s. Go through the next. Pick up 2 15-0s. Go through the next. Pick up 2 15-0s, go through the next. And when you reach the end, you pick up 1 15-0, go through the side 11-0. Pick up 1 15-0, again go through this side. And again pick up 2 15-0s, go through the next 11-0. Pick up 2 15-0s, go through the next. Pick up 2 15-0s, go through the next. Two 15-0s, go through the next. 2 15-0s, go through the last bead here. Pick up 1 15-0, go through the side 11-0. Pick up 1 11-0 and then go through this side 11-0. Now we are done embellishing the top. It looks like finished, but remember when we made our way upwards, we added that 15-0. You want to make sure you add it on all 4 sides. So since I'm here, I'm gonna make my way to that side. Just going through 15-0s, 11-0s on my way. You don't want to skip any beads. I want to come out of this corner 11-0. And I'm coming off the corner one. I'm gonna go down this 11-0. Pick up 1 15-0 and then go through 1 11-0. Here when I pull my thread, I want to make sure it sits nice and flat. Then I'm gonna make my way to the other side. Just go through the side 11-0. and then go through this 11 now. Pick up 150 now, going upwards. And now I think okay, this side is left now. So I'm gonna make my way all the way to the other side by going through all the beads on my way. Go down this 11 now. Pick up 150 now, and then go through this 11. I can skip straight away through some beads. I came out of the 11. Just want to make sure it lies nice and flat there when I pull my thread, okay? And then on my way up here, I can make one knot between two beads. Go upwards. And just take my needles starting through 11 and through some beads. And then here I can take my scissors and cut the thread at the very base. Perfect. Now I'm just gonna thread this tail and then get rid of it. All I do here is just take it through some beads on the side. Well, you know what, I'm just gonna take it to... It's stuck there, so you just wanna take it away from the knots. I'm just gonna go in a circle through beads on top. And then here, remove my needle and cut the thread. And it's ready. Isn't it gorgeous? So let's see if it's actually stackable. Like if I put this one there and this one right next to it. Perfect. Oh, perfect. I'm loving it. So I hope you guys enjoyed the tutorial. I hope it was useful and you learned something new. And I hope you're gonna make this one to go along with your other EDNA sets. I hope you made them. The EDNA charm we made, and then I showed you how to make the bracelet and all that. So I think they all go together really nicely. They are not really chunky pieces of jewelry, which I like, and they just look very petite. So I'll see you in the next one, guys. Bye bye.